Hey, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be trying out the Scrambles for my first competition and seeing if I can beat the times that I got from there. I think I will be able to, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to start with Solve 1. On Solve 1, I got a time of 30.46 seconds in the first round. So, I'm gonna see what we can do. This is for 3x3, by the way. So yeah, we're gonna scramble it up and see how it goes. Okay, so here we have the tube. It's scrambled. So let's do this. 'Kay, so 24.77. Okay, solve number 2 was pretty similar. It's 30.83. I think I can beat it, but okay. Alright, so let's do this. .17 seconds. Alright, so the third solve is, let's see, 34.07 seconds, so we're going to see if I can beat that. I think I can, though. Alright, so let's do this. Yes. Alright, so 18.95 seconds. Obviously, I've beaten it so far. I think I can do it. Okay, the fourth solve was 27.85, so let's try to beat that. Let's do it. Just a sec. Sorry about that. But anyway, the solve was 23.12, meaning that I beat it by like 4 seconds, which is great. Alright, so the next solve is my worst solve that I've ever done in competition, 37.36 seconds. And I obviously think I can beat that, so let's try to do it. Alright, let's do it. So 23.67 seconds for that solve. So pretty good. Okay, so the average that I got today was 23.32. The one that I got in comp was 31.79. And obviously it's been, over a year, but that's what I got for 3x3. Okay, so if I had gotten this average at comp, then I would have gotten let's see here. I would have gotten 29th place in 30th place in the competition. I actually got 40th place, but still pretty cool. Alright, now for 2x2. I was only in the first round for 2x2, so it'll be kind of short, but I'm thinking of also doing a second round thing if I place where I would move on if that were done in competition. So yeah. Alright, and then my first solve is 8.24, so I think I can beat that pretty easily. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so I got 4.36, which is obviously better than 8 point something, so pretty good. Alright, the next solve is 13.60, but I think I can beat that pretty easily as well. Alright, so again, let's try it. Alright, so this time I got 7.41, which was about 6 seconds better, so pretty good. Alright, the next solve was 17.11, so I think I can beat that as well. Alright, let's do it. Oh wow. That's kind of lucky. Although I think I want to do a different thing. Oh my. Well, I got 9.59, which plus 2 seconds, that's 11.59. However, it still beats the 17-second solve. Okay, so the fourth solve I got at the competition was 6.26, and it was also my best solve. The fifth solve, though, was a missed scramble, and so then they had to re-scramble it and get 11 seconds, but they swapped around the 6 and the 11, so the 6 shows up as being my fifth solve. I'm going to say that the fourth solve is 11 seconds, and we're going to try to beat that. So yeah, let's do it. Or sorry, we're going to say that the fourth solve is 6 seconds. So yeah. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so 5.39, so I beat it. And then the next one was 11.72, so we're going to try to beat that. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Ooh. Well, Yes! Okay. I got 2.00 seconds, which I'm super excited about. If that had actually been done in a competition, I would have been ecstatic. So, yeah, plus this is like my third best solve I've ever done, so really nice that it was on cam. Alright, so obviously I got a way better average. I got 2 seconds for the best single, 2 seconds flat, and then for the average I got 5.72. At the real competition, however, the best was 6.26 and the average was 11.19. So, pretty cool. Alright, so given that my current average would have placed 21st, I'm going to do the solves for the second round eventually. In the actual competition, I got 49th place because I didn't really practice 2x2 that much then. So let's move on to 4x4. Okay, so with 4x4, at the competition, it was a combined final, and it was best of 2 or average of 5. So best of 2 meaning, that basically meant that you had 2 attempts to get under 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then the average of 5 would only be done if one of your first 2 solves was under 30 seconds. So we're gonna see if I can do that. The best time that I got was 2 minutes 2.72 in competition, so I'm gonna see if I can beat that. Alright, so let's do this. So the first solve that I got was 2 minutes, 2.72 seconds. So we're going to see if I can beat that on my first solve here. So let's do this. Okay. There we go. Okay, so okay, so now look here. AW. Alright, so I got 1:52.96, which beats that by about 10 seconds, so pretty close. Alright, so, wait, sorry. Alright, so my second solve was 2 minutes 45.18 seconds. I'm going to see if I can beat that and hopefully get below 90 seconds. I've had like 3 sub 90 second solves on 4x4 so far, so I'm going to see if I can make it 4. Anyway, yeah, let's do this. Alright, so I got 2 minutes 18.11 seconds, which beats it by at least a little bit. Okay, so I only improved by a little bit. I got 27th place instead of what I actually got, which was, I got the actual competition, which was 28. So I only really moved upward a place, which wasn't too bad. Okay, so now we're going to do Pyraminx. In Pyraminx, I didn't move on to the final, and I don't think I will today. Figuratively. But, basically, I got 13.20 single, a 21.34 average, and then my first solve was 16.5. So we're gonna see if I can beat that today. Okay, so let's try it out to see how it goes. Okay, so 12.46 seconds. Okay, the next solve for me was 32.17 seconds, which isn't too good. We're going to see if I can improve that. Alright, so let's do it. So 11.59 seconds. Alright, no pressure for me, but the next solve was 13.20, so I'm gonna see if I can do that. It's gonna be the same scramble, same everything. Just gonna see if I can do it fast. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Wait, oh. Okay, I got 19.71. It was kind of a tough challenge, though. So yeah. Alright, so the next solve was 31.52. So we're gonna see if I can improve from that. Let's do it. Okay. Green is not these colors. So I got 10.10 seconds, which I'm actually really pleased with, so yay! Alright, so the last solve was 15.95 seconds, so we're gonna see if I can do it. Let's do it. Okay, so I got 16.83. Alright, so I got a single of 10.10 and an average of 13.63, which is slightly better than what I got at comp, so pretty cool. Alright, so I got 26 versus the 49th place that I had gotten with Pyraminx. So pretty good. Not good enough to move to the finals, but still pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to move on and do Skewb. And Skewb I didn't really do very well with at competition. I got a 16.02 single and a 25.92 average, but I'm hoping that I can do a little bit better today. Alright, so solve 1 was 16.02 seconds, my competition PR single, so let's see if I can beat that. Alright, so let's do it. Okay, so obviously I did not do as well because I messed up on this solve, but I got 32.13 seconds. So yeah. Alright, so the next solve is 31.81. Let's see if I can beat that one. Alright, let's do it. And we just 9.59 seconds. Kind of really pleased with that. Alright, the third one was 31.52, so let's see if I can beat that as well. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Looks very simple. But even the simple things can be deceiving, I suppose. Okay, so 16.82 seconds. Alright, the fourth one was 27.98 seconds, so we'll see if I can beat that or not. So, yeah. Alright, let's do this. It's very noisy. Okay, so 10.65 seconds. Pretty good. Okay, and then the last solve was 18.27. So let's see, again, if I can beat it. Let's go. Alright, 9.68 seconds, and then that's not a plus 2. Yeah, it's not a plus 2. So, 9.68. Pretty good. Alright, so this time I got a more preferable average of 12.38 seconds and a 9.59 second single. Okay, so in the actual competition, I got 40th place with a 25.92 second average. However, with today's solves, I got what would have been 24th place in comp with a 12.38 average. So, still pretty good. So yeah. I wouldn't have gotten to the finals, but that's fine. Alright, so let's do the second round on 3x3 and second round on 2x2, and then basically be done. Alright, so in the actual competition, in the second round for 3x3, I got a best time of 21.21 seconds, an average of time of 28.61 seconds, and a starting time, or my first solve of the second round was 30.34 seconds. So we're going to see if we can beat that. Alright, so let's go. Yep. Okay. 23.07 seconds, so that's about 7 seconds better. Alright, my second solve was 30.83, so again, we're gonna see if I can get a better time than that. Alright, let's go. Yes! Oh my gosh, 14.15 seconds. I'm shocked. Look at this. Ow. Okay. So this is my, let's see, this is my, I think, 4th best solve that I've ever gotten, and it's on cam, so pretty crazy. So obviously it's better than the second solve. Or wait, actually that solve was originally 21.21, so 7-second improvement from my PR, which is, or personal record, which is pretty great. The third solve was 25.88, so let's see if I can beat that. Alright, let's go. D, oh. 'Kay, so I got 32.90 seconds, which wasn't the best thing, but okay. Alright, so in competition, the 4th solve was 29.62, but we're going to try to get a solve that's better than that, so let's do it. Alright, let's go. .51 seconds, so a little better, but only by about a second. Alright, so the last solve of the second round was 36.64 seconds for me. So we're going to try to get sub 30, hopefully. Let's do it. Okay, so 24.33, which plus 2 seconds is 26.33. So better by at least a few seconds. Okay, so in the actual competition, I placed 38th place with a 28.61 average and a 21.21 single, but with the current results, if I had gotten those in my competition, then I would have gotten 37th place with a 20, or wait, no, I would have gotten 36th place with a 25.64 average and a 14.15 second single. The single is obviously a ton better, but the average wouldn't really be too much better. I would have only advanced 2 places. Alright, and now for the 2x2 second round scrambles, which I have never tried before ever, so this is going to be completely new for me. So we're going to see how it goes. Alright, so let's go on solve 1. Okay, the first solve was 8.47. Let's go on solve 2. Okay, so 6.82 seconds. Let's go on solve 3.
I mean, I was working on some schoolwork earlier, but...
Oh. 12.85, so not very good for me. Alright, let's go on solve 4. Um, 7.91. Alright, let's go on solve 5. So the last solve. Let's do it. So 6.44 seconds, and okay, if I had actually gotten the average I got, which is 7.73 second average with a 6.44 single, then I would have gotten 32nd place. So I wouldn't have moved to finals. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry for this being long. It might be split into multiple parts. I don't know. Goodbye.